breaking news for you. Miami Heat point guard Terry Rozier and Portland Trail Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups have been arrested in connection to an FBI sports gambling investigation. Next hour, we're expecting FBI Director Kash Patel to appear with the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of New York at a press conference announcing indictments surrounding those allegations. All right.
Why is sports gambling a crime? Why is it? In particular, the NBA is in bed with gambling agencies. I am so naive to this. So it is what it is. I'm naive to it. Over time, I'll learn more about it. Sports, I guess, is supposed to be this arbitrary thing. When things happen, it's just supposed to happen like it's supposed to happen. But we can say for a long time, fuck all that, because there's always has been money involved. So it's to the point today where CNN has to have breaking news of an NBA coach and an NBA player getting arrested, along with a whole lot of other people indicted on. And this is a big thing. I'm not really understanding it. And I'm gonna go through it. It's gonna take several videos to go through it, but I'm like, okay, sports gambling. We know. The bottom line is, if you are in charge of an organization as such as this, as such as the NBA, if you had a chance to manipulate the outcome of games, would you do it to make more money? Most people would say yes. Yes, we would do that. So this is breaking news? I don't get it. Help me understand it. Which I don't think I'll get any understanding from this dumb shit. Her with her lavender jacket or her fuchsia, whatever you want to call it. But let's see what they're talking about. Law enforcement officials, Miami Heat, Terry Rozier and Trailblazer coach Billups arrested in federal gambling probe. Let's see what this is about.
CNN's Kara Scannell is joining us now with the latest. What are you learning about this? This just came in just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, these arrests have just happened, and of course the Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups, the head coach.
I view this as some type of distraction, but let's continue.
The Portland Trail Blazers have been arrested. A third former NBA player is also charged. And what law enforcement officials tell us is that there are two separate schemes here. One involved a game rigging scheme. That's involved Terry Rozier, and he allegedly provided information about who was playing in games, who might be on the injury list, to some of the sports bettors that he was involved with, and he benefited himself financially. According to one official, he bowed out of a game faking an injury about 9 minutes in to help whatever bet had been placed on that game. Then there is a separate alleged scheme, and that's the one that allegedly involves the coach of the Trailblazers. And in that alleged scheme, that also involves three families from the New York mafia families, the Genovese, the Bonanno, and the Gambino crime families. That this is a poker scheme, according to sources, that involved playing Texas Hold'em, and that Billups was part of that scheme, attending these games. And according to one official, his attendance.
What? I mean, even if it was involving the mafia, I don't get it. What's the big deal? Why is this breaking news? This is a major distraction. So on the other side of this, breaking news is reserved for some country has bombed some other country or something like that. We're getting breaking news from a gambling investigation where coaches and players are arrested? Again, I don't know. It's not adding up to me. Why the fuck do we even need to know about this? Why is this breaking news? I don't know.
Was there to be used as sort of a distraction to some of the other players who were playing, all part of a poker ring. So two separate sports betting schemes that they're announcing today. And we will, of course, learn much greater detail about what all of this entails next hour when we do expect to see the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of New York, the NYPD police chief, as well as the FBI Director Kash Patel, kind of laying out the breadth of these two alleged schemes. And we'll find out how much money is actually involved in all of this.
Yeah, those details should be coming out in not too much time, certainly today. And of course, they are innocent until proven guilty, but these allegations are some really surprising ones that we've gotten this morning. Thank you so much. I'm going to also bring in Christine Brennan, CNN sports analyst and sports columnist for USA Today. What are the rules with the NBA? Because some of the gambling policies, because some of these policies have been lessened and lightened over time, but first of all, did it shock you to hear this, that these two people were caught up in all of this? And second of all, like, what are the rules that are being followed? Because sports betting has become huge in this country.
Sarah, as you know, it is huge, and it's almost like, when was this going to happen? Here it's happened, this bombshell. And of course, the timing could not be worse for the NBA, just starting its season, the grand opening, every team having its first game, just as big a story as you could have. And then this bombshell drops right into the middle of it. Of course, as it should, in terms of investigation, national investigation. Of course, you don't wait for a better time, but for the NBA, could not be worse. And so, yes, on one level, it's shocking because you just can't believe, especially a name like Chauncey Billups. If you've even just casually followed the NBA, you know that name. He's 50 years old, a great career, a lot with the Detroit Pistons, now a head coach. He's the leader of the team, and now he is alleged to have been involved, as Tara was saying, in this incredible scandal. Again, innocent until proven guilty. And then also a player who's been around, Rozier, who's been around and drafted first. And
she can't even make sense of it. Christine Brennan been around sports for a long, long time. I respect her. She's very well respected around sports, but she can't even make sense of why this is a big deal. This is not a big deal. Let's continue to see her fumble over her words and see what this is about.
A few years ago by the Boston Celtics. So we're not talking about rookies. We're not talking about people that have not been in the game, have not heard the rules. I think what happens in a situation like this, Sarah, is where you have gambling literally enveloping sports. And we know this. Every commercial, you turn it, you walk away, you're back. It's something sponsored by a gambling company. That this is the kind of thing that is probably a disaster, potential disaster, alleged disaster, waiting to happen. And as I said, I don't think we should be that shocked, and I don't think this, sadly, will be the last of these kinds of stories.
This is literally coming as the NCAA, college sports, the Division I athletes, they're looking at allowing them to place bets on professional sports. So as you said, it's sort of the breadth of this could be quite huge. What do you make of that?
Well, yes, and hey, you played sports at a high level, and I certainly played sports my whole life. The idea that something that you want to be able to trust, right? The whole foundation of sports is that what you're watching is real, and that there's no funny business, no shady dealings going on. And if that comes crumbling down, then potentially, clearly, that's a huge issue for in terms of any sport. But you had Shohei Ohtani's interpreter ensnared in something. So that's baseball. As you said, college sports, these are younger athletes, 18 to 22, 23 years old, even probably more impressionable and more apt.
So yeah, that's gonna be in this video. It's like, maybe there's some things that will come out in the future that I don't understand, because I really don't understand what the fuck is the big deal. Those of us who have watched sports for our lifetime, we know, especially in professional sports, the NBA, the NFL, Major League Baseball, we know these things have a vested interest in the people who put up the money. We know that. We're not dumb. Just like way back in the day in baseball, in the 90s actually, when the media made up this big thing about steroids. Those of us who watch baseball, we didn't give a fuck about steroids. It's entertainment. It's entertainment. It's like watching a sitcom. It's like watching a rom-com. It's like watching a movie. To us, I don't give a fuck. Barry Bonds' head back in the day was big as a goddamn cantaloupe. It got bigger. Fuck yeah, he was on steroids. I don't care. Mark McGuire, he was on steroids. Probably, yes. I don't care. I didn't give a fuck. Sammy Sosa, was he on steroids way back in the day playing for the Cubs? Probably. I did not care. But to see these motherfuckers hit a home run 500 feet, that was great. Are you kidding me? To hit 70 something home runs and the previous record was 62, and this motherfucker Barry Bonds comes in and hits 70, what was it, 71? Man, that shit was great. Steroids, whatever he put in his body, don't give a fuck. No, don't even care. And it goes back to this. Those of us who watch sports, NFL, I mean, we've been saying this shit for a long time. NBA, we know a lot of these games are fixed because there's money involved, there's sponsorships involved. That's why we'll take the NBA, for example. That's why you won't see every year, you won't see Oklahoma, you can't see OK City Thunder and the Milwaukee Bucks in the finals every year. You're not gonna see that. Now, it's crazy that they've been trying to have the LA Lakers and the Knicks in the finals every year. But the Knicks been such a shit show for so many years. They're much better this year. Shout out Jalen Brunson. Goodness gracious, love Jalen Brunson. But why is this breaking news? Gambling, money, and that's all we need to really focus on, is like money. But now they're going to just put faces to it and be like, oh, this is just such a bad thing. It affects the integrity of sports when it just supposed to be just so subjective and whatever happens. No. That's not what it's about. If you like the video, comment on the video, share the video. This is Mr. Info 5000. Mr. Info 5000. Peace.